Netflix's new live adaptation of Resident Evil has recently been released. This new series by the streaming giant raised the expectations of many people before its premiere. But unfortunately, this horror thriller series is receiving terrible reviews from the viewers as well as the critics. That's why the Cine Wizard is going to examine this horror flick to know the reasons behind such bad reception.
Introducing joy for kids!
So stay tuned and enjoy the show. But before we start, you have been warned about the spoilers. Netflix released the latest attempt at the adaptation of the Resident Evil franchise. Deemed superior over the previous attempts, a lot of fans were expecting it to excel in every aspect.
Is this about money?
Money's worthless.
Then what the fuck do you want?
A life.
But contrary to these expectations, the Resident Evil series has crushed all hopes of its fan following.
If they're hiding this, what else are they hiding?
Since its debut, it managed to get an IMDb rating of 3.6 and a 50% of Rotten Tomato rating. These low scores have piled up due to criticism for its complex and poor writing, pacing, and lack of originality. On the other hand, it has received some positive feedback for its action sequence and performance of the cast. But overall, the Resident Evil series has failed to impress its viewers, and it is constantly panned with harsh reviews on the internet. Before we dive into its negative points, let's have a quick look at its storyline.
Can't take it back once it's been said in motion.
Resident Evil takes place in its own original universe. It features the video game series storyline as its backstory and basis. Revolving around two sisters, the show is split into two timelines. One is the apocalyptic present of 2036. And the other is 2022, months before the end of the world.
If Umbrella knew you were there,
What? You get fired?
we'd be arrested. All of us.
Each focuses on Jade, played by Ella Balinska. In the future, Jade is studying zombies in the hopes of finding a way to tame them.
Day 167 of observation. Pack 2426 still shows no sign of leadership structure.
The past deals with the struggles of 14-year-old twins Billy and Jade, the children of Dr. Albert Wesker. Their lives take a dramatic turn when Albert is awarded an executive position at the Umbrella Corporation. They move to Umbrella's planned community, New Raccoon City. There, the two girls find the dark secrets behind their origins and Umbrella's dark legacy. In 2036, the T-virus has reduced human civilization to 300 million refugees living in walled city-states and surrounded by 6 billion zombies. The most powerful organization left on Earth is the Umbrella Corporation, which is conducting a global manhunt for Jade. Now you have an idea about its storyline, so it is time to discuss its negative points, which have drawn negative reviews from the audience.
I got it.
The first thing which you will notice after streaming this show is its poor and confusing writing. The Resident Evil series has a non-linear storytelling structure. It works best when one side of the story exists at a fixed point, and the other provides a deeper understanding of the main plot.
I'm the only reason you were ever in.
Unfortunately, this show slowly pushed both timelines towards each other and never reached a destination. As a result, we don't get a strong enough explanation for many questions like how Jade ends up in the dystopian future as a survivor, or why does Billy aligns herself with Umbrella. Then there is a contradiction between the two timelines. In the scene, young Jade witnesses the sacrifice of her father. But in the future, Jade wasn't aware of her father's death.
The university, it preserves the old world. It'll help us rebuild when all of this is over.
This type of writing creates confusion and drags the show into the pit, which we call boring. The other factor which contributes to making it boring is too many cliffhangers and cliches. Every scene is a cliffhanger, and the end of every episode is a bigger cliffhanger.
Dude! Ouch!
No, I'm not.
To make matters worse, too much drama has been added to a horror zombie show. Yes, you heard it right. The creator of the show, Andrew Dabb, has done everything to add drama to it.
Father was a psychopath.
Sure, but we've all got stuff.
Much of the show is devoted to Albert and his girls working through their issues. While the actors actually have great chemistry, it feels way too much like this type of show. The most disappointing thing about Resident Evil is that it's really not scary at all. The present moments for the games are exercises in suspense, jump scares, and body horror. These elements made this series an instant classic in the genre. The show never approaches its level of terror. It will be challenging for some viewers to get through the first few episodes due to the slower pace and focus on the sisters' teen drama. Despite all these shortcomings, the performance of the cast has gained a positive response from the critics, especially Lance Reddick, Ella Balinska, and Paula Rivas, who is cast as the main antagonist of this show. Overall, the Resident Evil series has failed in many aspects, and no wonder it has such low ratings.
Jade, thank God.
So on a scale of 10, how much this show has disappointed you? Tell us what you think about this adaptation. If you like this analysis, support us by subscribing to our channel, The Cine Wizard, and hit the bell icon.